It's early in the morning. I'm making my coffee. James is getting ready to go to work, but we just got the official email.
We did it.
We are now property owners.
Woo! Let the taxes begin.
Seriously. It's not real yet. I mean, we're getting keys later today, so I feel like once we have the keys, it will feel real.
I know.
And
it's been a long process, so it's like once I got the keys, then I'll believe it.
Yeah.
But very exciting.
We did it, babe. We did it.
Couldn't have done it without YouTube. I keep saying
YouTube had nothing to do with it.
It had nothing to do with it, but
just wanted to share that news with you guys.
Very exciting.
Okay.
Woo!
Go to work. Test, test, test. Voiceover with really loud construction sounds happening outside. I really hope that you can't hear it, but I doubt it. Test, test, test. That you can't hear it, but I doubt it. Meh. Meh. You can hear it. Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. Hi, mister. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Bud? What are you doing? Oh, is this because you want pets? Is this because you want pets? Is this because you want pets? Oh. Oh, bless you. Baby. Whew. Oh, it's bright in here. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, that looks better. My camera is very precariously perched at the moment, but we're just gonna go with it. Today has been a super productive day. I finally got out of my pajamas. I was in my pajamas for most of the day, but I have to leave the house later to go pick up our keys from our new house. So I had to put real clothes on. But yeah, I've had a really productive day. I got finished editing a YouTube video and got that up. There was a new Arts Next Box breakdown that went up today, taking some photos and editing photos for the April Art Challenge, setting up stuff for the new house, getting the gas company lined up, getting our internet switched over, getting our mail forwarded, all that really boring admin stuff that comes with moving. That has all now been taken care of. Especially getting internet set up at our new place. Thankfully that's like squared away, and I will get to handle that later this week at the house. But yeah, so I'm very happy about that. But before I have to leave, which is shortly, I thought that I would take this opportunity to have a little chat. Yes, we need to have a chat. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. This is tricky. Okay, how do I start? I'm hesitant to start this because I know I'm gonna get some hate. So I am preparing for the hate comments, but as you guys know, I like being as transparent as possible, and I'm very open with you all on my vlogs and on my YouTube channel. So I want to be as open and transparent with this next chapter as much as humanly possible. So here it goes. With this next chapter of my life, with it being a baby on the way, we are moving to a new house, James's career is really taking off, and you know, we have a lot going on. And you know, the past couple of months, both while being pregnant and just, you know, kind of reevaluating things, the past couple months has been a lot of me just thinking about where Bye Bun is headed and the future of Bye Bun and how I'm going to balance that now with being a mom at home. And it's been a lot of me thinking about a lot of different things. And I think the number one thing that came up just with me thinking about it, and of course having this conversation with James as well, kind of dealing with how am I going to vlog and share my life now with a baby on the way. Because here's the situation. I love vlogging. I really, really do love vlogging. I love making these videos. I love putting them together. I love editing them. And as you all know and have seen, I've been putting myself out there very, very openly and very unfiltered for several years now. And while that worked when it was just James and I, you know, I have to kind of rethink things with a little one on the way. And not only with a baby on the way, but even just thinking about this kind of next chapter in my life. And I'm thinking about it now because it's like we're moving and it just seems like the right time to maybe implement something new or change things up a bit, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. What I'm trying to say is that the vlogs here on the YouTube channel will no longer be public vlogs on the YouTube channel. I am moving them to Patreon. Yes. Let the hate comments begin. Here it comes. Look, for the longest time, I was very anti-Patreon. And it was because for me, I was able to juggle YouTube videos and making YouTube content on top of everything else that I was doing. And now as I'm examining my workload, I'm having to reshift my priorities. I'm having to reshift what buy bun means and what that daily workload entails. So when I look at something like the vlogs, which again, I really love doing, and I love doing them also selfishly for myself because it's like a time capsule of our life. And I want to keep doing them, especially with a kid on the way, because what a better way to look back and see all those memories and how he's growing up and how I'm balancing that as being a mom and an artist. And oh my god, I just said being a mom. That is so weird. I want to keep doing the vlogs, but I have to think about how it is that I'm sharing them. For me, putting them on Patreon is my way of not putting them so publicly out there on the internet. I don't think I want this next chapter of my personal life broadcast so publicly. I still really love sharing it with this community and with the followers that I have, and I still want to be able to share that with you, but in a different way. Basically, any video that has a like heavy behind the scenes element of my personal life or a large project that I'm working on or anything like that will be moved to Patreon. The other thing that I'm thinking about with Patreon too is that at the end of the day, I am a working artist and I now have a mortgage and bills to pay. So this is something I have to think about. I have to restructure my business for the things that are going on. So I'm taking content that takes me hours and hours and hours to produce that have been free for years. This content has been free. I'm gonna be moving it to Patreon. So it is really a twofold thing. The number one thing being I'm privatizing just slightly this part of my life. It's also helping me as a working artist being able to continue to do the things that I want to do creatively and be able to continue to share that part with you. Long story short, when it comes to the YouTube channel, the vlogs and behind the scene videos are going to be moving to a Patreon, and I will be sharing more of that soon, but other videos will remain. So my normal kind of art videos, like I just posted a chatty, you know, I'm drawing kind of video, the gather and chat videos, sketchbook tours, any kind of art stuff, that's gonna stay on the channel. So don't worry, you're still getting free YouTube content. I'm still gonna be making videos on YouTube. It's just that I'm taking the vlogs and putting them behind Patreon. More to come on what Patreon's gonna look like, and I know a lot of you are probably already saying, well, how are you gonna balance Patreon with a baby, and you're trying to change your workload, so why would you go to Patreon? And oh, you could barely handle Twitch, so why would you go to Patreon? I've been thinking about this for several months, and I actually have already been working on the Patreon page. I already have tiers set up, I already have everything written out, graphics made, it's already done. I already have it all worked out. I'm simply taking content that I spend literally hours and hours and hours already doing, that I do for free, and I'm moving it to Patreon. So in a sense, I'm not really adding to my workload. I'm just taking content that I want to make a little bit more personal and a little bit more private and a little bit more just shared among a community that appreciates and wants to see that content versus adding something completely new to my workload. You know, the other big thing I have to think about too is that a big part of my business is creating online classes. And that's something I'm still gonna do. Don't worry. I actually have one I'm working on. Don't stress. But the thing with online classes is that I literally have to stop what I'm doing completely for like months at a time, which is tricky because that means I have to sacrifice monthly income to build that course. As some of you may know, if you've taken one of my classes, I put a lot of love and blood and sweat and tears into those to produce really big, high quality courses, and I do not want to sacrifice the quality of an online class. So, but I just know coming up that that's going to be difficult for me to do. It's going to become harder for me to produce online classes, which are my main revenue generator. So I have to think about other ways of monetizing my content, and moving the vlogs to Patreon is that. But again, the number one reason why I'm moving vlogs to Patreon is to privatize this part of my life just a bit. So I'm still sharing it, but it's gonna be you know, kind of exclusive content. It's not just broadcast out on it's not just broadcast on YouTube. I think this next chapter, I just want to really change the way that I'm sharing my life. That being said, the Patreon is coming soon. I'm hoping to launch that May 1st, and I already have content rolling with that. That would include like a house tour vlog, setting up my new workspace. I'm gonna have 2 new workspaces in the house, and I'm gonna be creating Patreon only videos for that. That's kind of the behind the scenes content that I'm looking to produce and put over there. Also, just I have so many video ideas that I've wanted to do that I don't feel comfortable sharing on YouTube. And I want to produce that and share it in a way, but not have it so publicly out there. And again, I think Patreon is a great way for me to do that with a loud car driving by. So yeah, so that's the news. I apologize if this upsets any of you, but that's the way that this is, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, again, I'm an artist, I have to pay the bills. This is the way that I'm restructuring my business, but I'm also excited for it. This is a new chapter and this whole new adventure, and I still want to share that and have you come with me for that journey, but just behind the wall of Patreon. So yeah, more info coming soon on that. I will still be vlogging. I'm making this into like a mega vlog. I'm hoping to like break it up into 2 parts or maybe 3 parts depending on how long it is, I'm not sure. But I plan on vlogging all the way up till before we move out. Anything that happens after move, so anything in the new house, any vlogs in new house and related to baby and all that stuff, that's all gonna be on Patreon. But I just wanted to break the news to you. Because I didn't want you guys to think that, you know, I didn't want you to expect more vlogs in the future or me showing the house publicly on YouTube, because that will not be the case. So unfortunately, if you want to come along with me for that part, you can join me on Patreon, which I do think is going to be really fun. I have a lot of cool stuff planned for the Patreon, which I think will be really great. And again, I'm already working on it. I've been working on it. This is something I've been stewing on and thinking about and brainstorming for a while now. I'm excited to finally tell you all about it. Okay, so that's the talk. Please be nice to me in the comments, okay? Please be nice. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but let's try to keep it to a minimum, okay? I have a bit more work to do, and then I have to leave to go pick up our keys. Oh yeah. So I'm in my car to get ready to do the drive to our new place, and we packed my car up last night so that we had at least 1 load that was coming over to the new house today. And this is a sight I never thought I would see. Baby stuff with my sketchbook in my front seat. Crazy, crazy. I love putting my camera on ledges where it's precarious and might fall off at any moment. Hello, today is Tuesday, April 2nd. I am working away in my studio. What I'm doing is cleaning up and packing up my desk. So I'm slowly going through, I'm gonna start going through art supplies. And what I'm doing right now is actually going through older art journals. I have a pile of old art journal books that are not completed and kind of all over the place. Well, they're not like page by page completed. Like there are completed spreads in it, but there's not like, I didn't finish entire books. And I usually stopped working in them because I didn't like the page quality, or I didn't like the books, or I just changed gears and started working on something else. What I'm doing, which you probably already saw, was very cringeworthy. I am cutting them up. And essentially I'm making 3 piles. I have the original artwork pile of originals that I have cut out that I will be selling on Etsy. Once I am moved and settled, I plan on doing a big moving sale, and I'm gonna discount a bunch of my older stuff, like the Book of Bean, the Book of Bean, oh my God. Pregnancy brain. Like the Book of Bunzine is gonna be really discounted. All of my older postcard sets, I'm gonna super discount those. Mini prints, original artwork, so I have a big pile of original artwork over there that I will list. It's a massive pile. This might be the most amount of original stuff that I've ever sold ever, but I'd rather sell it and have it be in someone's hands that is gonna enjoy it rather than it just sitting inside of a book collecting dust in my studio. There's no point. I then have a secondary pile of stuff that I am gathering here that is like ephemera that maybe is partially painted on, or that has interesting imagery that is going to be part of mystery bags. So I am making and putting together mystery bags that will go up on my Etsy shop as part of this moving sale that will have all sorts of random things. Mostly ephemera, I would say. So ephemera, random paper bits, stuff that's in my studio. Basically, I'm trying to like downsize with how much stuff I have. I've accumulated a lot of supplies and ephemera and stuff, so I'm really trying to downsize. So I thought that selling little like ephemera mystery bags that might have like washi tape or like a pen or 2 in it, and then even like a couple of my postcards or mini prints, if you didn't own those, I'll throw some of those in. But they'll be a mystery bag, so you won't ultimately know what's inside of it, but it will be affordable. I'm working on getting those together, so I'm gathering items for that. Like I have a huge stash of crystals, and I'm like, cool, that's going into a mystery bag. Like a certain level of mystery bag will have a crystal in it, you know? It's just kind of nice like going through and actually like purging things. It's good. Then the other pile of stuff is journal spreads that were like in progress, that are like pretty filled or painted or doodled on, or just they're a little bit more interesting ephemera wise. These I am saving for Patreon, which is coming soon. So this is gonna be part of a tier on Patreon. It's like my pen pal happy mail tier. That's what that is for. So it feels good and productive to like actually be going through things and like passing things on and just getting things out of my studio, which is really, really nice. So I'm gonna keep working on that for the next couple of hours. I have a conference call in 2 hours. So up until then, I'm just gonna keep working in my studio, try to get through all these books and sketchbooks that I have in a pile on the floor down here, and then start to tackle the drawers in my desk, which are just packed of art supplies. And then I'll probably be working on the April Art Challenge a little bit later today as well. So probably after my conference call, I'll probably take a nap, because by the way, I've been up since 4 a.m. Woke up at 4, wide awake. You know, I love when people are like, sleep now while you can before the baby shows up. And I'm like, what are you talking about? When you are pregnant, you sleep like garbage. I don't sleep well at night at all. So I wake up at random times. I have to get up to pee like 3 times a night. It's just like, ugh, it's just not quality, consistent sleep ever. Anywho, I've been up since 4 a.m. So I'm definitely gonna need a nap this afternoon. Also, we got the keys yesterday. It was very exciting, very surreal. Just being in there, James and I, like without a real estate agent or like without people in there. It was kind of crazy. It was exciting to have the keys and it finally be ours. And yeah, it's getting me more and more excited about moving. So just a couple more days. Just gotta keep on packing, keep on chopping up journals.